Miles Dewey Davis III, May 26, 1926 to September 28, 1991, was an American trumpeter, band leader, and composer. He is among the most influential and acclaimed figures in the history of jazz and 20th century music. Davis adopted a variety of musical directions in a 5-decade career that kept him at the forefront of many major stylistic developments in jazz. Born in Alton, Illinois, and raised in East St. Louis, Davis left to study at Juilliard in New York City. Before dropping out and making his professional debut as a member of the saxophonist Charlie Parker's Bebop Quintet from 1944 to 1948. Shortly after, he recorded The Birth of the Cool sessions for Capitol Records, which was instrumental to the development of cool jazz. In the early 1950s, Miles Davis recorded some of the earliest hard bop music. After a widely acclaimed performance at the Newport Jazz Festival in 1955, he signed a long-term contract with Columbia Records and recorded the 1957 album Round About Midnight. It was his first work with saxophonist John Coltrane and bassist Paul Chambers, key members of the sextet, and led into the early 1960s. During this period, he alternated between the orchestral jazz collaborations with arranger Gil Evans, such as the Spanish music-influenced Sketches of Spain, and band recordings such as Milestones and Kind of Blue. The latter recording remains one of the most popular jazz albums of all time, having sold over 5 million copies in the U.S. Also in 1960, the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences honored him with 8 Grammy Awards, a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and 3 Grammy Hall of Fame Awards. In 1987, he won a Grammy Award for Best Jazz Instrumental Performance Soloist. Also in 1987, Davis contacted American journalist Quincy Troupe to work with him on his autobiography. The two had met the previous year when Troupe conducted a 2-day-long interview. The interview was then published by Spin Magazine as a 45-page article. In early 1991, he appeared in the Rolf de Heer film Dingo as a jazz musician. In 2001, The Miles Davis Story, a 2-hour documentary film, won an International Emmy Award for Art Documentary of the Year. 2005, a London exhibition was held of his paintings. The Last Miles. The music of Miles Davis 1980 to 1991 was released, detailing his final years, and 8 of his albums from the 1960s through the 70s was issued in a celebration of the 50th anniversary of his signing to Columbia Records. In 2006, Davis was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2012, the U.S. Postal Service issued commemorative stamps featuring Davis. Miles Davis, Jazz Appreciation Month.